2017 was a challenging year for the Philippines, with natural and man-made calamities striking one after another. Marawi City in Lanao del Sur was reduced to rubble after nearly 5 months of conflict. With their homes gone, people fled to evacuation centers for shelter. But life was difficult. Tzu Chi Foundation, through local civic groups in the region, sent 49,800 pieces of clothes and undergarments and 1,000 pieces of eco-friendly blankets from Taiwan to the evacuees.
Etong mga binigay nila, it will be useful. So yung iba umalis na wala man lang dalang damit. Umalis kami ng bahay namin, ni wala kami mga dalang panty. Kasi nobody was expecting that this war will last long. In fact, yung iba akala 3 days, 2 days, wala na.
After the war, Tzu Chi volunteers visited the ground zero and coordinated with the government officials to find out how Tzu Chi can contribute in Marawi. For all their destructive power, disasters have a way of bringing people together, manifesting love and kindness, the beauty of human spirit. Such was witnessed in Leyte after the 6.5 magnitude earthquake in July and the massive flooding brought by tropical storm Urduha in December. Tzu Chi volunteers were on hand to help put up 120 prefabricated shelters for the displaced families in Kananga. Inspired by the volunteers' love and concern, the housing beneficiaries, mostly farmers, donated their produce to help the victims of the earthquake in Mexico.
Pinapunta ko ni Master Chenyan dito, no? Gusto niya paabot sa inyo na kahit na papano, hindi namin kayo mapabayaan.
The housing recipients of Kananga also rallied to the aid of Armoc's Tzu Chi volunteers and residents of the Great Love City in Barangay Liloan when Tropical Storm Urduha inundated the region. To hasten the cleanup of Great Love Village and a public elementary school in the neighboring Barangay San Juan, Tzu Chi launched an immediate cash assistance for work done. And distributed eco-friendly blankets and clothes among the affected families.
Salamat, Tzu Chi Foundation.
In various parts of the country, hunger is another calamity that affects many Filipino families. Since 2011, Tzu Chi Foundation has been partnering with the Department of Social Welfare and Development, or DSWD, to distribute 20 kilo sacks of rice to the poorest and disaster-stricken Filipinos. These rice sacks are donations from Taiwan. In 2017, the imported rice reached the slum community of Isla Puting Bato in Manila, the Aitas of Tarlac, indigent families in Davao City, and disaster victims in Catanduanes and Marinduque. With the signing of a memorandum of agreement between Tzu Chi and DSWD in October,
certainly this will benefit poor people here in the Philippines.
the project is expected to benefit more families for the next 3 years. Poverty compels many Filipinos to ignore their illnesses. This often results to more serious ailments that affects the entire family in the long run. Members of the Tzu Chi International Medical Association, or TIMA, have made it their mission to provide compassionate medical care to the less privileged Filipinos. In 2017, they held 12 medical, dental, eye, and surgical missions that benefited 15,836 patients in Metro Manila, Rizal, Cavite, Leyte, and Bohol. Some of these patients include the inmates of San Juan City Jail, employees of the Office of the Philippine President, and students and faculty of the Sisters of Mary School in Silang, Cavite. While not all maladies can be treated during these free clinics, they pave the way for patients to be further treated in well-equipped hospitals. A failed attempt to self-medicate a simple toothache resulted in a huge swollen jaw that burdened 45-year-old Sarah Dai for about 6 years. Tzu Chi volunteers arranged her a surgery at Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital in Taiwan. Doctors successfully removed the tumor and replaced her jaw with one crafted from one of her bones.
After the surgery, I have been so happy. I look wonderful, and I'm already able to talk normally.
For 10 years, Regine Ligue suffered from severe scoliosis. From Laon, Bohol, Tzu Chi volunteers brought her to Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital to undergo a two-phase surgery to correct her back. The surgery was a success, and Regine came home to the Philippines 6 inches taller and more confident of her future.
Breath is good, and the lungs is much better right now. And before I was 139 centimeter, but now I'm already 154 centimeter my height. And now I'm much more comfortable and I'm feeling good.
Master Zheng Yan always say, the hope of the society lies in its talented human resources, while the hope of these talents come from education. Following this philosophy, Tzu Chi Foundation offers scholarship grants to the poor but deserving students. For 2017, Tzu Chi is supporting the education of 752 students in elementary, high school, and college. For 22 years, it has helped 575 students finish college. Queenie Eligoyo, now a teacher, is one of them. Her family is from Dreamland, a poor coastal community in Rosario, Cavite. 10 years ago, Tzu Chi volunteers discovered the plight of Dreamland residents. Nestled between the sea and the landfill, families are earning their keep from fishing and scavenging. Generations of children grew up uneducated. Since coming across the community, Tzu Chi has never let go of Dreamland. In addition to monthly relief aid, deserving youth also receive scholarship grants that give them a chance to shape up their own future and the future of their community.
Actually po, yung family ko talaga, ang kinabubuhay po talaga, pagmamasura po, nung elementary ako. Bali talaga po yung mga gamit namin talaga is galing talaga dun sa mga pinaglumaang notebook. Yun po yung tumatak sa isip ko na talagang mahirap talaga ang buhay. Parang napaka-imposibleng mag-college na ako kasi sa buhay namin, maswerte na kung makakapagtapos kami ng high school. Parang nagkaroon ako ng makakapagtapos ako kasi dumating yung Tzu Chi. Sabi nila pag-aaralan nila kami. Sabi ko napakaswerte namin.
In a country where unemployment remains high every year, Tzu Chi recognizes the need for adults to have equal chances to discover and improve their skills so that they can become productive member of society. In November, Tzu Chi opened the machinery operation course to its first batch of students. This is a 2-month program that trains students in the basic operation and maintenance of industrial machines. As Tzu Chi believes that discipline is as important as skill, values formation is also part of the course's curriculum.
We chose based on their background. Like for example, if they are already computer literate, if they're high school graduate at least. We do not want them just to learn the skills, the knowledge on how to operate these machines, because for us, what is more important, especially for Tzu Chi, is for them to learn how to cultivate virtues and values, because no matter how good you are in machine operation, if you do not have the right values, then you are also nothing. You might lose your job.
Lucky, because this is made of metal, not wooden piece. This is the mail. Yung mail nasa taas, no?
Napakapalad ko po na mapabilang dito sa machine operation course. Kasi sa tulong po ng Tzu Chi, pagkatapos po namin ng training, masisigurado po namin na meron na po kami mapapasukan at meron na po kaming sweldo na maibibigay para maitaguyod po yung pamilya namin.
In Palo, the Tsuji Livelihood Center gives hope for the likes of Dalia Kabidig. She was an avid bingo player and a drunkard until Super Typhoon Yolanda took away her home and her small business. She had nothing left when her family moved to her new home at the Tsuji Great Love Village. At the village, Tsuji offers to teach the villagers how to cook, bake bread, and sew bags. After training, Dalia is earning steadily for her livelihood of making bags. Through the constant guidance of Tsuji volunteers and the positive environment in the village, Dalia's view in life shifted.
Punta ako dito, nag-iba. Makatira na ako dito sa Tsuji. Tapos isa ako sa napasok dito sa livelihood. Ako kasi dito nakakatulog ako ng mahimbing. Tapos mayroon akong oras para sa mga anak ko. Unlike doon sa kulang ako sa oras. Kasi mas nakapokus ako doon sa pagtitinda ko dito, sa trabaho ko, and then doon sa mga anak ko. Talaga yung malaking nang natulong sa Tsuji ko, yung about sa sarili ko. About sa behavior. Yun talaga. Kasi yung mga bigay na mga material, mawawala yun eh. Pero yung total na yun mananatili. Tapos pwede mo pwede mong maipamana sa mga anak. Ayoko nung dati. Kasi yung dati parang hindi magandang halimbawa. Yung dati, so ayoko na. Gusto ko yung ganito. Dapat yung buhay natin is maiksi. Gawin nating makabulo. Na para pag natapos na yung mission natin dito, at least okay, peaceful ba tayo na?
But in Tsuji, educated goes beyond helping further academic accomplishments and skills. It also seeks to bring out the goodness in each individual and providing a proper direction and guide to life. Such was the goal of the Jingsi Time for Kids, a monthly activity where children of Tsuji's long-term care beneficiaries learn lessons about filial piety, respect for elders, and respect for all living beings. On summer breaks, Tsuji volunteers bring this program to the Filipino-Chinese children in Binondo, Manila. This year marks the 20th anniversary of the Philippines chapter of Tsuji Collegiate Association, or the Tsuji Youth. This group was established to instill compassion into the young generation, preparing the youth to be the next generation of Tsuji volunteers who will lead by example. Weather patterns are changing at an unprecedented rate. For over 2 decades, Master Cheng Yen has been calling everyone to take environmental protection as a personal commitment to combat the effects of climate change. One way of doing this is by adopting a vegetarian lifestyle, which leaves less carbon footprints. To guide more people down this path, Tsuji volunteers cooked and sold over 1,000 vegetarian lunch packs every day for 21 days between August and September. Practicing recycling is another way to show concern for the planet. For 7 years, Tsuji volunteers in the Philippines have been seizing the Undas holidays to educate the public about proper waste segregation and recycling. For this year, the campaign mobilized over 1,000 volunteers, long-term care beneficiaries, and scholars, covering 8 cemeteries in Metro Manila, 4 in Tacloban City, 2 in Ormoc City, and 1 in the province of Rizal. From October 30 to November 3, the volunteers collected 12 tons of recyclable materials.
7 years na, taon-taon dito ang Tsuji. Malaking tulong sa Chinese Cemetery. Nakita din yung mga pumupunta dito, matuto din sila sa mga pwedeng i-recycle.
In the province of Leyte, the advocacy gains momentum in March with the signing of the Memorandum of Agreement with the local government of Ormoc for a city-wide recycling promotion and education program. This year, Tsuji volunteers in Tacloban City also opened their local recycling center, allowing them to resume their recycling campaign. For a clock to work, all its gears must turn in unison. For an organization like Tzu Chi to work, its members must work together with respect and love for one another. In July, volunteers from Manila, Cebu, and Davao gathered at the Jingsi Hall for a 2-day team building activity. At the end of the event, volunteers came to realize the importance of unity in accomplishing almost anything. There is great strength when everyone set aside their differences and come together in unity, faith, and harmony. Such was witnessed when Tzu Chi celebrated Buddha Day, Mother's Day, and Tzu Chi's 51st global anniversary in May, where Ormoc volunteers performed the verse from the Sutra of Innumerable Meanings, signifying their vow to leave ill vices behind and live a life of virtue. Across the globe, differences in ideology tear peaceful societies apart and drive people to desperation. However, Master Zheng Yan believes that there is still time to save the world from such tragedies. She speaks of a power strong enough to end fighting of any scale and mend broken bonds. That power is called love. Tzu Chi Philippines will be 24 years old this year. Join us as we continue to spread love and change the lives of the Filipinos towards a peaceful and harmonious Philippines.